Welcome everyone to the Family That Podcast. So there's a lot going on in the world and I've been trying to keep up with current events so I can talk about them here. But there's just too much to cover. So for example, I'm seeing that the Roy versus Wade has gone to the Supreme Court and it's over this one particular case, and this could be monumental for so many people. And I'm one of those people that have stayed out of the abortion debate because it's so controversial. Um, and I still am not sure where I stand with this, so I'm not going to say anything because either way, it's just too controversial, and I'm one of those people that feel like I wouldn't do it, but I feel like what somebody else does doesn't bother me, and but morally. I feel bad because now that I know what happens with an abortion, I can say it honestly saddens me. And so I have been just grappling and trying to figure out where do I stand with this debate? What do I truly feel in my heart? And I feel like this Roe versus Wade could be um, just overturning this could, be just insane. And I see a lot of people talking about a child that'll be left in foster care. And the truth is, the babies are going to get adopted. There's a line for babies. So I feel like I wouldn't be concerned about a baby being trapped in foster care. I would know that that baby is going to get a home. I feel sorry for the current foster care crisis that we have now that nobody ever talks about until it's time to talk about abortion. That's what honestly angers me about the whole thing. We talk about foster care like maybe one or two times when we need to defend abortion, and I think that that's wrong. We should talk about it all the time and try to figure out what can we do to really help the situation. I don't have the answers, but I feel like we could do better with that system. We can definitely reform that system, and we just need to figure out how. Anyway, so we got Roy versus Wade. I've been seeing reports like for the past 2 weeks that there's a rift between Harris and Biden, right? And you're not going to see this everywhere. I just seen like clips here and there. But the second person has stepped down off of VP's Kamala Harris's team. This is her spokesperson now. So I'm just like, people are jumping ship. It makes you wonder why. Like, what's going on here with this administration? And I'm one of those people that saw this coming because when they said, you know what, we got to vote for the lesser of two evils, evil is still evil. So I knew what was going to happen here. I'm one of those people that's curious about who's running the country, who's making all the big decisions because, um, you know, President Biden just seems like he's out of it sometimes. And I'm still trying to figure everything out, like politically and things like that. But this has just been something else. It's been like a circus. Oh, also speaking of, so a lot of these vaccine mandates have been struck down in the courts. And that makes me happy because as someone that's fighting vaccine mandates, it makes me realize that we have to keep up the good fight, that we have to keep going. That yes, it's going to be uncomfortable. Yes, we're going to lose sometimes as we get to the win, but that's life. Like, sometimes we have to say no, we have to stand up for our rights, and we have to realize that things that are unconstitutional, we don't have to go along with it because, you know, we're scared. And of course, it's a reason to be scared. That's your livelihood on the line. So I'm not saying you don't have a reason to be scared. But I'm proud of everybody that's been fighting the good fight because a lot of people lost their jobs, they lost their livelihoods while trying to fight these unconstitutional mandates. And I know that in my mom's job, they've been kicking the can down the road for so long, and we're still trying to see what's going to happen now. But it's a win for the people. So, and it's good to see that they struck it down for all healthcare workers. That the other one for the companies over 100 was struck down. So I mean, it's sad to see what's happening in other countries, though. Like I just seen Germany did something for the unvaccinated. Australia, of course, is doing a lot of things to their population. And I said it on my Facebook that it seemed like all the world leaders got together to screw everybody over. That's just what it seems like. It seems like they just got together in a meeting and said, this is how we're going to do it. This is how we're going to screw everybody over. This is how we're going to get everybody to get in line. This is how we're going to do it. That's just what I feel. So what else is happening in the news? Also, of course, you got the Christmas parade tragedy that happened. And again, I talked about the media and how it brainwashes and how they have certain narratives to fit. And this tragedy would have been reported a totally different way if it would have happened a different type of way. And it's sad to see that because this is a tragedy that needs to be talked about. Of course, we don't know what his motives were, but they said he did swerve to try to hit people. So it's not like, it seemed like it was intentionally done. And I guess a lot of them are saying that, he was just fleeing from another scene. I honestly still trying to get the whole story of this tragedy, but I find it weird how the media has reported on this and how it's a lack of coverage, honestly, about this whole thing. Um, and I think it's just sad that people went to go enjoy something so beautiful and something so horrible happened. And they're saying that a lot of people are saying it's connected to this, it's connected to that. I don't know what it all is, but I know that the media isn't reporting on this for a reason. They're not reporting it a certain way because, again, we all know now, if you didn't know before, they have a narrative that they have to paint about certain things. And they have to do things to create race wars. And this one here just wouldn't have been a good one. This just would not have fit the narrative the way that they needed it to. So you don't see the coverage on it. And then we have two important trials happening right now. We got Jussie Smollett. That's interesting to hear the tidbits and stuff. And I just realized how much I missed having the camera in the courtroom and seeing every single thing and not just seeing what the media reports about the trials. But that's interesting how that comes out. They say he's facing up to 3 years for planning and staging this whole attack. So I'll be curious to see what happens with that. Of course, we have the Maxwell trial too. That one there's another devastating one. And I know why they left people, why this was not publicized. They said that something was too graphic or something. I'll put the headline up. But I wish that we could see and know what's really going on. I think this trial is something big, and I think that everybody should be paying attention. But of course, it seems like it's getting buried a little bit. I'm hearing more about the Jussie Smollett thing than I am about the Maxwell trial. So there's that. I can't think of anything else that's going on in the world right now, but I'm trying to pay attention to everything. But there's a lot going on.